in our next case, one man is suing a Manhattan nightclub for sex discrimination after he was charged $20 on ladies' night while women were able to get in for free. He's suing
Everybody's
for
cracking up at this.
$50,000 and wants the judge to stop ladies' night once and for all.
Is he an attorney
It sounds
himself?
trivial. Everyone's laughing. It sounds trivial, but this is actually illegal, right? And I know we're talking about $20. Is this really what civil rights laws were meant for? But if you look at this from a broader perspective, if we allow businesses to charge people differently based on gender, how do we stop them from doing that based on race, religion, sexual orientation? I don't think we want to set that precedent. I know.
I realize, legally speaking, how that may be true, but the guy is suing for $50,000 because he had to pay $20 to get into ladies' night.
Right, sometimes it's not just about the money, it's about the long-term purpose,
But ladies'
the
night is
public policy.
I don't know.
And I would say
I agree with you on the other parts,
A
but
lot of places, it's not just ladies' night. Women are free every night, and guys have to pay because they're trying to get more women into the place.
It's a good business model, right? I mean, if the women are coming, men will follow, right?
Exactly.
But it's
it's a
different
slippery
because you
slope.
have a choice, and I'm playing devil's advocate here because I am a guy.
Yeah.
And here's the deal: if I don't want to pay $20, I don't have to. There, no one's. I mean, it'd be different if I had to pay $20 and someone was making me. I always have the choice, and quite frankly, we discriminate every single time. If you go into a sporting event, some people have to pay $100 to sit here. Tickets over here are $20. Like, could I sue because I want to sit at the 50-yard line?
That's not based on gender, though. That's not based on
But
something
it's
that you
based
were
on
born
wealth
with.
in some way. So
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
that's not a protected
but
category.
they're
As
trying
the
to
one
create
female
a-
on the panel, I do
Yes.
want to just put out there, women are discriminated against all the time.
Absolutely.
right.
So I feel like, you know, if this guy had to pay $20 and he now wants $50,000.
No, I agree with
I
you.
just feel like there's got to be some evening out in this equation.
I think it's the broader public policy argument that how do we stop them then from saying, look, white people should be charged more than black people, or, you know, like I said, sexual orientation. So I think on a public policy viewpoint, this is a good case.
So from that perspective, you're spot on. But if this dude gets $50,000 because he wanted to go to ladies' night, that's a problem. I mean,
Yeah.
and
Well,
what's
there is
crazy is he
common
might.
sense.
Some of the money goes to the attorneys so that attorneys
that's why
will
the
take these
attorneys get
cases.
the case.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
of course, you have to get paid.
I at
that's
least
the
hope
only-
that
is that
attorney
the-
is a female. Please tell me she's a female and some woman is going to benefit
The
from
only
this in some way.
the only reason that this case is going forward is because the attorney's like, I have a legal argument here, and I may make my $20,000 because I'm going to get 40% of the $50,000.
That's true. Or we could say they want to make sure this doesn't happen to other protected categories. And it's not just women that experience sex discrimination. The laws apply equally to men and women. You cannot treat someone better because of their gender. That's just the law.
I couldn't agree with you more. It's a slippery slope. But there are so many times where, again, if you can't have a ladies' night, then, I mean, if this guy wins, there will never be, and maybe you all don't want to, but you could never have this ever again
Well,
because
no,
the judge
actually-
is going to basically
Unless-
stream
no,
loud and
unless
clear.
They have
paid.
to apply. So there is an avenue, and I think that's one of the points in this lawsuit, that these clubs have to apply for a permit to do a ladies' night, and apparently this
And
establishment
if they
did
apply
not.
for a ladies'
So-
night, but
They have to then provide the same thing to men. So there has
then
to
you've
be
got
some type
men's
of.
night?
Why not? Why not? I mean, you know
come
what?
on,
That's-
Drew, free drinks for us tonight. It's men's night over at Club Mail.
I think
Dude, it's men's night every night at all of these clubs.
True,
Come
we need
on.
a different
Like,
business model. I mean, who knows?
Okay, so
Who knows how
I
much
get
he'll
all this.
get.
Look, we all have a choice whether or not to go out to the club, whether or not, you know, and so I will tell you, you should come back out. If this guy gets $50,000,
I'm coming back.
and I'm literally going to every ladies' night in the country, trying to get forced to pay money, and then I'm suing them all. Drew, we can make a killing.
it's a new
serial
business model
plaintiff.
for you.
Will you
That's your
represent
new
me?
business model. Absolutely.
I
Let's
mean, we
do
can make a
it.
killing.
Yes.
Let's negotiate your percentage. What do you want?
45%, but I will reduce it to 40% for you.
Thank you.
Since your wife is
Okay.
a lawyer.
This could be a new series on the doctor. Where are Travis and Anahita? Oh, they're in New Orleans, ladies' night. Hey guys, thank you for being here.
Thank
really
you.
Thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
me, guys.